Yes, good morning. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 13th of November, 2021. This is just my weekly video on the daily Forex charts using my high probability divergence methods. So we'll have a look at a few pairs that I'm trading on those, using those from methods from my books. Big welcome to everyone that's new to the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching the video. As I always say, they're not the most exciting videos on the planet, but they get the point across and we go through all the pairs that we're trading. The daily time frame is not the most exciting time frame. I get that. I get it. But it's a lifestyle choice and it's probably the easiest time frame to trade. So, anywho, so let's first before we go any further, let's have a look at the news ahead. So we'll go to the Forex Factory Economic Calendar. It's free. Once you sign up, and you got a few filters in there, you can set it up in your local time. So all this is in my local time. I live in Vietnam, so it's all in, I guess you call it Indochina time. Same as Thailand, Cambodia, a few other countries in the area. Anyway, not much this week at all. I just basically look at the red stuff, which is the high impact Aussie talking head stuff. Core retail sales out of the US on Tuesday, Wednesday, CPI out of the UK and Canada. And that's it, nothing. Boring week. That is a boring week of news. Really boring. So there's not much there. But if you're a day trader, you've got to be aware of this stuff. That's for me on the daily time frames. There's nothing there that will avoid me getting in out of trades. There's nothing at all. That's a boring week, but as a day trader, that's something you should be aware of. I'll bring up a Word document before we get onto the charts. So you're going to see some indicators on the charts you may not be familiar with. Like this is all based on the system from my high probability and my divergence books. So this document here, you can just pause the video and read this or take a screenshot. And like I always say, for those of you that English is not your first language, or you may not understand my Australian accent, I write plenty of notes on my charts. Pause the video, just have a read of the notes. If you've got any questions, just hit me up. All of my trades are actually called, all my trade setups are called live at the time. For me now, the daily candle for me is 5 a.m. local. I'm getting up at 6 a.m., so I'm an hour late. And as soon as I see the signal, I basically let the social media groups know, which is Facebook, Telegram channels, and also Matt's Family Man Trading's Discord channel. So I post all the setups in there with a screenshot of the setup eventually that morning. So there's no hindsight 3 days later, sort of this is where I would have got into the stuff. It's all called at the time. So it's all fairly transparent, and everyone's more than welcome to join any of those groups. And also there, what else? If you do like these videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That would be appreciated also. Anyhow, moving along. So you'll see there's a few indicators on my chart. So we've got 3 moving averages, got red and green dots. That's a QMP filter on the price chart. That there explains what that is. We have red trend lines, green trend lines, blue trend lines, grey vertical lines. How my sell and buy trades are marked on the charts. Stop losses are red dotted lines. Break even, which you don't see that much on these charts these days, is yellow. And big numbers, big green dash horizontal lines. And below the price chart, you'll see a MACD Platinum, which is just a zero lag MACD. So, and I'll explain when I get on there how it works. So again, as I said, I'll try and bring this up at the end of the video, but you can read that just to have a bit of a feel. So let's get on the charts. All right, this is TradingView. I do all my analysis these days on TradingView. It's a nicer platform, and I can also check that on my phone or my iPad if I had one. No, it's a nice platform. I actually trade off MT4, MT5. I've got several accounts, so I don't actually trade from TradingView, but I like it for the analysis. Just makes life a lot easier when I'm writing these notes on the chart. This is my watch list. These are the pairs I'm looking at down to gold. They're the ones I'm trading. These 3 bottom ones, US dollar, US 500, and Bitcoin, just more out of curiosity, just for shits and giggles, as I say. My watch list, if it's highlighted in this light blue, means there's a trade on. I've taken some action. If it's highlighted in this orange, means there's something's coming up, which I'm going to talk about. And also in purple means I'm just going to modify a chart after the video is finished. That's all that is. So you can see I've got trades on just about everything except gold. So we're busy. That's my watch list. So let's get on the charts. Like I said, there's plenty of notes on my chart. So I write these notes up here, obviously the pair and the date and what type of trade it is, followed by my thoughts on the trade. So as I said, pause the video, read these if you wish. So we'll start off. It's AusCAD, it's a daily chart. Look at the moving averages, the trend is down. We've got these blue lines, they're just lines of interest, support, resistance type lines. The MACD Platinum, I was going to explain it. This is it here, down here. It's that grey horizontal dotted line, that's the zero level. So you can see that's 0, 0. So it oscillates like any oscillator oscillates around the zero level. So it always goes up, always goes down, always goes up. So we use this as a bit of a tool to get us in trades. So basically when it's above the zero line, we're looking to sell. When it's below the zero level, we're looking to buy. That's 95% of my trades are based on that. There are other times where this is ignored when there's divergence, and we may see some examples of that. But generally, looking to buy when it's below and sell when it's above. So here we have a sell. If you read that Word document, that's my alarm going off. Sorry, but that's lunchtime. The red lines are a sell. So we took a sell here. So it would have been taken on the 3rd of November. And it's gone sort of nowhere. We've had a bearish candle there, another bearish candle. MACD Platinum's through the zero level. To me, that's a time to take some action when that browny, orangey, reddy coloured line, I've got to work out what colour that is. I say that every week. Goes through the zero level. I'm closing half my trade, tightening the stop up. This stop would have been, original stop would have been above these highs somewhere. Now it's tightened right up down here, taken half off the table. In the meantime, price hasn't broken this previous low, so it looks like it's bouncing up. So you would consider that a support level. Remember, it's not an exact price. Support and resistance aren't exact prices. They're like a zone. So it's just a area. So look at this. It's just bouncing around. So we can't lose on this trade, even if we get stopped out on the remaining half. Doesn't really matter. We'll probably get a buy signal before then, possibly. It'll be a high risk trade, but nice support level there. So we're going to sell, closed half, stops being tightened right up. Now we've got a kid screaming. Aussie, Japanese yen. Oh, geez, sorry about that. All right, there's a grey line here. There's a reason for the grey vertical line is there's a green dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. So I'm in buy mode. Below the zero level, I'm in buy mode. In the meantime, I've started drawing my trend lines in. These green trend lines, possibly, oh jeez, poor kid's getting murdered. Possibly hidden bullish divergence forming there. And if you followed me for a while, you know I get excited about hidden divergence. I love it. And with the MACD Platinum, it presents a lot of hidden divergences, and this is one setting up here. MAs are all very tight. So in the meantime, we're in the sell here. So we took the sell up here. It's a high risk trade. You can read the notes there. And we've come down took a day or so, bang. We're getting down. As soon as you get down to these MAs on against the trend type trade, you should be taking some action. If you haven't already, take some action. You should be by the time it hits the MAs, and it's stalled there, which is good. Bring your stop right in. So and in the meantime, keep adjusting these. Now, if price kept on dropping, and it went down like that, then that bullish divergence is no longer valid. Just delete the lines. But it's just a bit of preparation every day. I just adjust these lines so I know what's coming up. And the grey vertical line is just what I call a warning for me. On Monday, there's not a new buy signal, but it's just giving me a heads up. Now, what's happened to my crosshairs? There we go. So, I've already closed half, brought the stop inside the entry level. If I get a buy signal here, you could probably close that remaining sell. That's probably the better option there. Yeah. Right, moving right along. Aussie New Zealand, it's highlighted in orange. There's a reason for that. I'll move this grey line out of the way. All right. So we're in a sell from back here. So that was the 15th of October. We're still in that sell. It's been tightened right up. We closed half in here, brought the stop down, and it's rolled over again, and we brought the stop down inside the entry. Took a buy in here, didn't work. That's why I left that grey line on there. I'd just like to remind myself of loss. I do lose a few trades. And this thing's gone down, and on Monday. Now, the good thing about TradingView is, where it's different to MT4, MT5, TradingView on a Friday close will show you what's coming on a Monday. And in this case, there is a new buy signal on Monday. As long as the market opens somewhere close to where it closed on Friday, I'll be taking a buy here. It's a higher risk trade, but I've got a partial sell on, so I've got some downside protection. And look at the moving averages. It's a downward trend. But here we have got hidden bullish divergence. So I'm going to leave that sell on, and I'm going to take a new buy on Monday, and my stop will be down below this low somewhere, just in here. So that's Monday. That's the Aussie New Zealand. Slightly higher risk trade. You just look at market structure. I've got a high here, lower high. Now, we're hoping this pops up through there. And if it does, great. We get stopped out here. We make some money on the buy side. So this is my second attempt at a buy on this pair here. Monday, Aussie, New Zealand. Mark my words. So, yeah, buy on Monday. That's the only new trade setup for Monday is the Aussie, New Zealand buy. Right, Aussie USD. Now, I had a question from one of my readers about this, about how we should manage this trade. Let's just start. This green line is a 75-cent level. It's a big number on the Aussie, all right? So that's why that's marked on the chart. You see, if you look back in history, any of those round numbers on the Aussie, like the 70 cents, 65 cents, 75, 80 cent levels, etc., they're big numbers. And the Aussie is one pair that sort of respects those numbers. So that's why that's on the chart. All right. So this is a pair I like trading. I am from Australia, as you worked out, but it's a pair I do like trading, and it's actually a good pair to trade. Now, we've taken a sell here. So that's what that dates that. We took it on the open of the 3rd of November. Going back to 3rd of November. It's my mum's birthday. That's how I know the day. 3rd of November. Taking a sell. Now, it's taken a few days. If you look at, it's eventually broke. The trend's down. The trend is down. Even though we've got higher highs here, it's a slightly higher risk trade. We've got higher highs on price. So we've got divergence, regular bearish divergence here. The trend, though, is down. Look at the moving averages, 240, 100, and 50. They're heading down, even though they're tightening up a bit. The trend is technically still down, and that's what I'm sort of looking at. That's the big picture. Now, we've taken a sell in here. It's taken a couple of days and bounced back up, but it's eventually gone down. It's heading down, and Friday was a bullish day. Now, we've closed half already. We're through the MACD pattern through the zero level. We closed half, brought my stop down here. Now, I'm not taking any action until we get some sort of confirmation that the trend has changed. Because it's a downtrend, and I think I said this last week, if you're in a downtrend or an uptrend, if you're already in a trade in that direction, you want to give it a bit of room to move. So even if I get stopped out, say on Monday just shot up and took my stop out, I'm not losing on this sell trade. And now we've got a potential hidden bullish divergence setting up to the buy side. So I'm even though I tend not to try and predict market movements, but this sort of tells me that it's more than likely it's going to stall around here, and it'll push up because I've got this. Look, the MACD pattern is a fair way below the zero level. Remember, it always oscillates to the zero level. we've got a lower low on the MACD Platinum and a higher low on price. So that's typical hidden bullish divergence, potentially. Now, if we get a green dot on the MACD Platinum, I may look at bringing this stop closer, but just above this highs here, I'd say. It's still going to be on the wrong side of the entry level, but that's the way I'm thinking. Until we get that buy signal, like a green QMP filter dot, I'm not really too concerned about this at the moment. It's I may tighten it up a bit, but at the moment, technically, it's still going down. On Monday, this might just roll back down to the downside, and I might have to keep on adjusting this. And again, if it goes too far, it's no longer valid. Just remove it. It's no longer hidden bullish divergence. Yeah. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is sit on your hands when you're trading the daily charts. I've had this a few times in the last few weeks for couple of people asking me about, we're 100 pips up or 150 pips up. We're on the daily charts, guys. I look at this at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning. Then I don't look at it again till 5 a.m., 6 a.m. the next day. Sit on your hands. Go and play on the small time frame charts if you want, but don't look at this. Leave it alone. Look at it every 24 hours. Just give it a bit of room. And that's a big problem with traders is they let their losses run, but they cut their profits off too early. And you'll see a couple of examples when we get to a couple other pairs. So I'll probably rabbit it on a bit, but I'm sitting tight at the moment until I see something either on the MACD Platinum or QMP filter, which will be at the same time if that doesn't go first. So just sit tight at the moment. We're on a sell, we're winning. CAD Swiss. Again, it'll sell back here from, when's that? 22nd of October, going nowhere fast, just meandering down. MACD Platinum's gone through the zero level, closed half, tightened up the stop. In the meantime, we're drawing potential hidden bullish divergence and a grey vertical line there because there's a green dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. And it's just gone sideways for 4 or 5 days. Welcome to the daily time frame. But we're in a winning trade. That's a good thing. Euro Aussie, same deal. Euro Aussie and Aussie USD, they're pretty well, what I call it, inversely correlated. So one's going one way, the other one's going the other way. All right, we're in a buy here. So here's the buy here. Ground up, MACD Platinum through the zero level. Tighten it up. We've got to the MAs. See, get to the moving averages. It's a high-risk trade. You can read my notes. Stops being brought right up, closed half. In the meantime, grey vertical line, red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level in sell mode. Stops tight. There's probably going to be a sell signal on this very soon. Can't really lose on the buy. It was a high-risk trade. Didn't go anywhere. So if you get out at scratch, who cares? This sell, I like that setup. That's a good setup. So when that sell presents, that's one I'll be loading up on. When I say, loading up on, if you say you look at, I don't base all my trades on the same. I basically look at 3 levels of trades. You're good, you're bad, and you're ugly. So the good ones, you risk 2%. They're the ones you put 2% on. You're ugly, you might only risk, say, 1% or 0.5% or something. They're the ones so this one, to me, is a good setup. If the sell presents, that's a sell I'm taking, looking forward to it. So it's a Euro Aussie, looking okay. Euro Swiss, geez, I'm rabbiting on today, aren't I? All right, a couple of things. We're in a sell trade. You'll see there's a couple of times you'll see multiple trades. Sell trade back here. Trend is down. I've given it plenty of room to move. You see, that's our closed half. It's just continued down. Took this buy trade. So you can read the notes for the buy trade on here. Generally, my notes my most recent trade on the right, older trades are on the left. So we've got this buy trade in here. It's based on the regular bullish divergence, high risk trade. You can read my notes there. And we've been in this for a week and it's just gone absolutely nowhere. Stops down here, stop for the sells there. It's a partial sell, so that's offsetting. And as I said, it's a downtrend. Don't be in a rush to close this trade. That's why I leave this trade on. Look at the MAs, they're spreading to the downside. Now it's even more obvious. Euro yen, what are we in here? We're in a sell trade back here. Took a while to get going. Initial stop would have been up here. It meandered along for a long time. Eventually popped down into the MAs here, very similar to, I think, the Aussie yen. It's pretty much the same anyway. Now the stop's tightened right up, closed half, and it's still meandering down. It's good. In the meantime, I'm drawing my trend lines in. And there you go, hidden bullish divergence possibly forming, not confirmed yet. Looking good. Euro yen. Euro USD. Now this is one pair that one of my readers, I think I might even brought this up last week's video. This is sell from here. My initial stop was up. We didn't get stopped out, which is a good thing. Up here somewhere. I've got two sells on actually, so yeah. So this sell from back here, again, the trend is down, so I'm keeping this sell on. And we took another sell in here, and probably had the stops both in the same spot at that time, so it might have been up here somewhere. And it's eventually gone sideways. And one of the guys in the group, I think it was on Telegram, said, you know, it went against us for a little while there, and you know, they were getting a bit nervous. And I'm saying, look, just if it breaks this low here, we'll be sweet, and it has. So that's the blue line there. Like I said, you've got to sit on your hands with these daily charts. So my stop was never threatened, and it's paid off nicely. Now we've gone the MACD platinum through the zero level on Thursday, which you can see that's that second last candle there on Thursday. Tighten up stop for both trades down to this level here, and we're just going down. So it's I could probably draw some more divergence lines there. Hang on, let's have a look here. Let's go to the bullish. Sorry for the clicking. So we're still going down on price, and the MACD platinum is not going down. So there's your regular bullish divergence forming there. Potentially, this could keep on dropping and dropping, and it's no longer valid, but that's what we're doing in the meantime. So we're in two sell trades on the euro, looking good. Patience, grasshopper. As if you ever hear me say patience, grasshopper, most of my readers are probably way younger than me. There used to be an old series on TV when I was a kid called Kung Fu. I think the actor was David Carradine. You ever get a chance to watch it? That's one of the catchphrases from it. Patience, grasshopper. You know, the old wash on, wash off, like Karate Kid type stuff. That's what it's from. Okay, what are we on? I'm gibbering on here. Pound Swiss, pair that was going sideways for a long time. We eventually caught the sell, caught the breakout. It's going nicely. We've got a grey vertical line here, which means there's a green dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level. But for a week or so, it's just gone sideways. Stops there. We get a sell signal. Sorry, if we get a buy signal here, I'm really not going. I don't know if I'll take it. I might just type this stop right up. It's the trend starting to turn down. Look at the moving averages. If I'm going against the trend, I'm only really looking at trades if I've got divergence supporting it against the trend, or there's an extreme. Now, what I mean by an extreme is price is a very long way away from the moving averages, which in this case you could probably make an argument for that, or the MACD platinum's a long way from the zero level, and that's not it's a big distance, but it's not a huge distance. So this is one trade. Say I got a buy signal. Say we got the buy signal on Monday. This is one I'd take a buy with I'd call it an ugly trade. So it'd be a low percentage risk, and I'd definitely leave that sell trade on. So that's just the way you got to look at it. Right, pound yen. Now it's highlighted in purple because I'm going to do something here. Right, let's have a look. Let's move this grey line. The reason for the grey line is a green dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level. So I was in a buy from here. So that's this buy here. And it was, here's a high risk trade. It's gone up nicely. So we closed, when we broke this high here, we would have closed half, something like that. Broke the previous high, I got to the previous high, closed half in here, brought the stop up, so we can't move. And it's gone, and I could have taken a lot more profit, dragged this stop up a lot tighter. I didn't, I left it there. We got this sells trade here, which is a high risk trade, hence I left the buy on. The trend was up. This is one that didn't work, but the sells worked. So it took a while to get going. The initial stop for the sell would have been up here. It's gone sideways, 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 and I'm just running it across. If you look at as I run my cursor across, you watch the MACD Platinum, and this big bearish candle here, bang, down she goes. That's pay dirt. I think that was around the UK interest rate news. Close half, hit the MAs, big bearish, MACD Platinum through the zero level, drag the stop in, which I would have done now. I've even dragged it inside now. And now we've just sort of ground down that. The reason it's highlighted in purple is the the remaining buy has been stopped out. So overall profit on the buy, probably not as big as I probably should have got, but we're in a sell profit too. So it's worked. It's a good move up and down. So we can't lose on the sell, and we've made a little bit of money on the buy. So that's why it's highlighted in purple. It just means I just leave it the trade on the charts for the video, and I could have removed this during the week, but I like to show you guys what's happened. So we got stopped out there, but life's good. We're in a sell. And in the meantime, because we've got this green dot on the MACD Platinum and potential hidden bullish divergence, I'm ready to go to the buy side again. Maybe even drag this sell stop down a bit closer and lock in a bit more profit. Right, moving right along. Pound New Zealand. I'm starting to gibber here. Already up to 26 minutes. We're in a sell here, which is good. Stops here for the sell. You can read about the sell there. So it's going down nicely. Took a buy in here. That's why I left the grey vertical line there. Got stopped out. That was a loser. The buy signal, the green dot remains valid. So I drew this trend line across the highs here. Broke the trend line. Took a new buy in there. That's why we're in this new buy. Stopped basically in the same place. Still got to sell on. So it's a second go at this buy. Again, pause the video, read my notes. It's not going really that well, but it's only 1 day old, so it's not. MACD still below the zero level. We've still got some protection on the sell, so it's not too bad. It's Pound New Zealand. Pound USD, another one that was causing one of my readers a bit of grief, but we like I said, have a bit of patience, sit on your hands. Sell trade here. Trends down, going to give it some room. It didn't really go much interest rate news through the zero level. And we got this little, what do you call those candles? I always mess this up, hammer or something. Touched the previous low. You're definitely closing half in here somewhere if you haven't already. We've got a couple of things there. That sort of candles people get excited by those candles, thinking it's going to go bullish, and that worked for a day or two. Then it went bearish again, and it broke the previous low, but now it's come back to that low. MACD Platinum's well below the zero level. Still no rush to move the stop yet. So we're in a winning trade there on the Pound USD. New Zealand CAD caused me a little bit of grief lately. We're still in the buy trade here, and we're still in that buy trade. If you have a look where my stop is, 87849, you can read it there. Now, when I run the cursor over this low here, have a look at the low up here. So just to confirm, low 87883. What are we there? 87. Where's my 8784? Look, because it's on the bottom side, the sell side, that stop wouldn't have been stopped out. Touched close, very close. But anyway, if it had, who cares? It would have been a winning trade anyway. So that's the buy. That's a stop in the buy. In the meantime, took a sell in here, and it got stopped out on this little spike up. This sell, the original sell, got 2 pips or 1.5 pips. So I've drawn this trend line across the lows here, and we got this bang down count. So I took another sell and put a new stop just above that high there. So this is the second attempt at the sell, same sell. Lost on the first one by one of those ones where you take it out by a pip or 2, and we're in a new one there. So we're still in this buy, partial buy, and we're having a second go to sell there. USD Japanese yen. All right, we've got a bit happening here. We've got a buy here. When's that? 24th September, that's my buy. We're still in this. There's the stop for that. It's gone up nicely, and the trend's up. I'm giving it a bit of room. I'll keep my stop underneath the 50 MA. Right. Took a sell here, lost. took another sell here, so it's my second attempt on the sell. The MACD platinum above the 0 level. We're still in this trade. It looks like it's got stopped out there. It wasn't. I've moved my stop since. My stop was up here, and I've brought it down above these highs here. It looks like it's poked there, but at that, I moved it after that candle. So trust me on that one. So we're still in the sell. It's just about stopped out. In the meantime, we've got a new buy. So that's this one here. Nice setup, hidden bullish divergence. My only concern was price probably didn't come back to the moving averages close enough. I think I made note of that. Yeah, didn't come back close enough to the moving averages. Ideally, you want to see price come back. For this to follow through, it has to break this previous high up here. So really got to see a break of basic trend line, a break of this high here somewhere. And I mean like break it, not just touch it. At the moment, it doesn't look convincing. I get the impression this is going to roll over to the downside. As long as it doesn't take out my stop on the sell, it's not a bad thing. That's the Japanese yen, USD Japanese yen. USD Singapore dollar, we're in a buy here. It's and eventually MACD platinum through the 0 level. Nice big bullish candle here. You get excited on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I'm just bringing my stop up. Close half if you think there's enough pips there. It's sort of going nowhere fast. It's been a bit sideways. It's not a pair that a lot of people trade, but I like it because I like Singapore. So yeah, MACD platinum through the 0 level. Nah, it's can't lose. Overall, can't lose. Gold. Yeah, keep the gold people happy. Now everyone was saying sell here. Because there's a resistance level. But look what price did. Price went, yeah, sell if you want, but bang, off she goes. I wasn't a sell here. That's why the grey vertical line is. This is my first losing trade on gold for a long time. It didn't get to my stop because I closed out on this open of this candle here. My stop was above here somewhere. I didn't let it get there because we got a opposite QMP filter. Take the loss, move on. In the meantime, it's just gone up and up and up, and everyone's been saying sell, 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 but price is king. Trust me. That's gold. No trade on gold. Right, let's have a quick look at these. US dollar. There's it's an instrument I'm looking at trading. It's broken this previous high, but it's not convincing. Now we're starting to see some sort of regular bearish divergence, but the trend is up. You see higher highs, higher highs. So you assume maybe a bit of a pullback, then maybe a bounce back up, something like that. US 500, this is the US stock market. The last signal was this sell signal in here. But like I say, it's got a bullish bias. If you want to sell the pullbacks, broke the previous high, it's just ground up this week. It's had a bit of last week, then yeah. Look, I wouldn't be selling there, and there's regular bearish divergence, which is like permanent on this thing. So good luck to you. Ideally, you really want to. The smart way to trade this is just trade the pullbacks to the buy side. Every now and then you'll get caught out, but generally you look at the pullbacks. You know, it's a smart way. It's a slow grind. It's not my thing, but I like to show it. And Bitcoin. What do we got? What's the last signal? We got a buy here, which worked out nicely. This is a previous new high has been taken out. So these green lines are 70,000, 60,000, 50,000. Took a while. The 60,000 seems to be a bit of a sticking point. Broke it, got up close to 70, but now we've got this massive divergence, big divergence. If you're in a buy here, you'd be closing out or waiting for a new buy signal or something like that. That's Bitcoin. So that's it for the, I'll probably rabbit it on a bit today. Let's bring up this again, just in case you're wondering about a few things. I've been talking for about 35 minutes. Way too long. So yeah, it's Saturday. It's just gone 12 o'clock now, 12:30 now. So I've got my cleaner coming in about an hour, so I'll have to leave the building. And it's miserable, wet weather here. But Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, everyone's more than welcome to join any of those social media groups. There'll be links to those in the description of the video. If you do like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's appreciated. And like I say, I call all these trades live or as close to the mark as possible. So it's all very transparent. If you're a day trader and you're struggling, get on the daily time frames. Enjoy the weekend, stay safe, and thanks for watching. Cheers.